You are listening to Perspectives Over Beats, where we interview the hottest unsigned artists that are spinning on We Hustle 365 iRadio. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alrighty, right. This is JLouise, and I got Mr. Carolina on the phone. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's see here. Making moves. We not everybody knows that we've had previous conversations, and we talked about specifically about this song, and I want everybody to know what I know about it. Making moves. How did the song come about, sir?
Well, actually, I had made the beat probably about 2 months before we actually recorded the song to it. At first, I didn't like the beat. Had a couple homeboys, come over, check it out, just playing. And he was like, yo, man, I like the beat. He was like, I got something for it, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't like it. So, we just kept listening to it, and he wrote a hook. He was like, hey, man, tell me what you think about this. Like, he recorded the hook, and I was like, wow, okay, let's do it. And I actually, before we even recorded the verses, the hook was laid, it was laid down, and we just listened to the hook for at least 2 weeks. It was just so hot. I was like, yeah, we can't mess up on this one. We gotta go hard or go home. And we did what we did, and it came out perfect.
Okay. I think we had like a conversation not too long ago when you had mentioned, and I want this explanation to come from you, not from our side. Why do you have so many songs in rotation on the station?
I don't know. I don't know. I just want to be heard.
Well,
I send them in, they play them.
From our standpoint, we have this high quality situation going on. We only really like to play bangers, and I can say that every single one of them have been bangers. So every one of them have been. So not everybody who sends music in gets all their music played. So understanding that you sent in, I guess you counted them, or the person who asked you about that had counted them, and there's 5 songs in total. So I guess we can say that all 5 are in fact bangers. So if anyone else out there is counting songs by artists, and you want to know why an artist has so many songs in rotation, it's because that artist, has sent in bangers, and we can't not play bangers. So
yeah, they don't know which song to choose, so they just play them all.
Exactly. And unfortunately, if you send in 4 or 5 songs and we only rotationing 1, you know what? It can go either way. It's just a matter of preference and taste and what we think listeners want to hear. And we think listeners want to hear, your music, because a few of your songs, we can play all day. You Can Get It is like an after dark rotation due to the nature of the song itself. But, you've given us a quite a good variety of music to play, and we can play your music all day. So that's another explanation as to why we have so many of your songs in rotation. So, artists, if you send in us, music, you want to make sure that you can play your music all day on the station, or we can play your music all day on the station. So that's, follow Mr. Carolina, and you'll be in good company. All righty. So let's go back to the fundamentals of things here. Let's go back a little bit. What made you want to get into this, and were you, was your idea to be a rapper, or was your idea to be a beat maker? What made you start off in all this?
Let's see. Well, it started when I was in middle school. Like, I had a friend, his brother was an R&B singer.
Oh, okay.
And we used to, go to his house after school and, just listen to his brother record songs. And he had a song he had did to Aaliyah's The One You Beat. And I was like, yo, like, that song is, like, it's hot. Like, so he had a friend with him. He was like, yo, man, I want you to write a verse to the song, He was like, and put it up there, we're going to record it. So we sat up there for like 3 or 4 hours. He couldn't get his verse right. He was like, man, I don't want to rap on this, man. I'm not in love. You making love songs, but I can't rap this and blah, blah, blah. So I can't actually remember how the song went, but like the song stayed in my head like all night. So while I was at school, I was just jotting down some things like, you know, see, it feel like this if I go up there. So after school, went up there like, hey, I want you to check this out. He was like, yeah, you wrote that? I was like, yeah. He was like, hold on, let me play the song, and I want you to rap it to the song.
Okay.
And he loved it. He's like, yeah, let's do it. That's it. Let's do it. Took me about another 3 hours to actually get the verse right. So it wouldn't sound like I was reading it off the paper, and that was it. You know, you let people hear the song, and it was like, yo, who was that? Who was that? And once they found out it was me, they was like, wow, that's great. Like I was like 12, and he was like 17, 18 then.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. So after that, I just had like everybody at home with rapping. Everybody wanted to be a rapper. You know.
So when did you transition to this beat maker? Because it sounded like you were a rapper first, and then I know you make beats. So when did that come into play?
I wouldn't even actually call myself a producer. I just, you know, fool around, and it's something. It's hot, and I like it. I keep it. Like I sit around and make beats all day long. I can make 100 beats a day, and probably only keep 3
wow.
that I like. Like, because I'm not really a producer. I don't know how to play the keyboard. I don't know how to play any instrument. I just mash buttons and whatever sounds good, sounds good.
Right, but you came up with making moves. Okay.
I'm serious. You can ask anybody. I can't play any kind of instrument whatsoever.
Wow.
But
okay.
It just happens, I swear.
That's some serious just happening. Wow. Okay. So, does Mr. Carolina, matter of fact, where does Mr. Carolina come from? How'd you get that name?
Oh, okay. Well, originally, my name was Lil Poop. You know, my brother, I have an older brother, his name's Poop. I'm like the smaller version of him. So I was the smaller version of him, so that's what they called me. Then over the years, you know, I started gaining weight and picking up weight. They couldn't call me Lil Poop no more because I wasn't little. You know, so I don't know. I was just sitting in the house one day like, yeah, I got to come up with another rap name. And like Mr. Carolina just popped in my head, like Mr. Carolina. You know, I like that.
I like that.
You know. And then like once I started actually using the name, like 3 or 4 months after I started using that name, there's another dude from South Carolina who started calling himself Mr. Carolina.
Oh goodness.
And we were friends on Facebook at first. Well, I mean, we still are now, but we were friends on Facebook. And, like, he had messaged me one day about doing a song. I was like, yeah, we can do it, you know. So a couple of days later, you know, I hit him back like, hey, you ever figure out what beats you wanted to use? And, like, I was looking at his name like, Mr. Carolina. Like, come on, man, you got to be kidding me. Like, are you serious? Wow. And, like, it just went off from there. Like, if you Google me right now, you'll see me and him, Mr. Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. He's from South Carolina. Kind of pisses me off, but I guess so.
Yeah, we ran into a situation very similar to that this week where we got a hold of a video and we were thinking that there's one artist that we actually spent on We Hustle, 365-hour radio, and it turned out to be someone who has been giving the artist that we spent on the station quite a headache. And instead of putting, you know, the artist we spin, he puts a Z on the middle of his name, and this person has a S, but everything else is the same. And we were confused, and we brought it to attention to the artist, and he was like, are you playing a joke on us? I'm like, no. And then come to find out, we had found his nemesis, and the nemesis is using the same exact name except for he uses a Z on the end, and then the other person uses a S.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking at times.
Very much so.
Because some people be like, hey, man, where can I check your music out? You know, like, Google me, Mr. Carolina. And then they're like, hey, man, it's another man popping up, Mr. Carolina. On Facebook, it's a white guy.
Wow.
Wow. It's another white guy with the same exact name, Mr. Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, this is. But
it sounds like you artists need to get a trademark on your names. If I think your name is hot, you need to get a trademark on it.
I don't need a trademark. I mean, it's my name. You know, can't nobody sound like me. You know,
hey.
Do what I do. You know, no disrespect, but he not me. You know, but it's just crazy though. But
Wow, that's interesting. Um, moving right along. What projects are you working on right now? I know you're working on something. You got something cooking over there.
Yeah, I got a mixtape. I'm trying to put out now. It's gonna be hosted by DJ Decepticon, Brick Squad DJ.
Oh, okay.
Still trying to put it together. Trying to get a few celebrity features.
Okay.
So hopefully by mid-summer, that will be taken care of. Might be before then, but like this mixtape was like the biggest mixtape I've ever done.
Mm-hmm. So do you have a planned date for this summer, or you just sometime this summer we should be looking for it?
See, I haven't set a date yet. Like I said, everything hasn't even been recorded yet, but a majority of it has.
Okay. So do you have anything else going on this summer then?
Well, a few people contacted me on Twitter about some management. I'm supposed to be flying back up to New York, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Is this a collab project you're working on?
I have no clue. I'm clueless on this.
Okay.
They just want to fly me up, do some things. They're talking about 10-state tours and all kind of music promotions and collaborations. So I'm just going with the flow.
That sounds good. That's good. Hopefully.
Hope so.
If people do what they say, hopefully that's a good thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting to hear back from them, and I'll take it from there.
Okay. So we're wrapping it up, this interview here. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to everybody that rock with me. You know what I mean? People who love my music, and that's about it.
Okay. And where can people find you on the internet?
Twitter, Mista _Carolina, MISTA _Carolina. Instagram, Mista _Carolina. Facebook, .com/Mr. Carolina. Or Google me. Either way.
Okay. Now, before we end this interview, I just want to let you know, we be seeing you. We see those tweets you be tweeting. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, go follow him. Keep up to date with his tweets. Because he be tweeting.
Yeah, most of it is music, but, some of people just piss me off and I got to get it out.
You got to follow his tweets. He has a very active and entertaining Twitter account. Oh, well, it was nice interviewing you. It's nice having you on the station. And we wish you nothing but success and good luck. We know you got some irons in the fire. Hopefully the fire hasn't, it'll continue to grow and get hotter.
Of course.
We got you, and, any project you got coming up, just let us know. It doesn't, hurt to get more people to help you promote it. So we're here to help you, and we'll be glad to help you. So.
No doubt.
Just got to put that out there. And this wraps up the interview with Mr. Carolina.
Thank you for tuning in to Perspectives Over Beats. Next week, we have a new artist. So tune in next Friday at 6 o'clock. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey.